Hi, my name is Ellen, and I'm so glad you're joining me. Today I'll be leading an exercise called somatic tracking, which is a technique to retrain the brain to interpret signals from your body correctly. Just as our brain might interpret a hose to be a garden snake in the presence of fear, so can our brain interpret sensations in our body as dangerous, even when they might be safe. It's this presence of fear that determines our perception. So in this guided meditation, we'll use some exposure therapy to gently observe our sensations and view them from the lens of safety, letting the brain know that we're safe, that these sensations are safe to feel. And this is known as a corrective experience, and over time, with continued practice, we can change the way our brain interprets sensations in the body. So let's get started. Coming to stillness now, in any posture that feels good to you, whether you're sitting or lying down, closing your eyes if that feels right, or you always have the choice to keep them open, and feeling into the surface below you, the surface that's holding you, keeping you safe and supported for this time, and beginning to connect with your breath. Taking an inhale through your nose, letting it travel all the way down to your abdomen, and on the exhale, letting go of the air and anything that's not serving you. So not only are you breathing in, but you're allowing air to travel all the way to your abdomen. So you breathe in a little slower and a little deeper, feeling your diaphragm expand. And on the long, slow exhale, you feel your belly contract and feel the release of tension in the body. So now you may feel the crown of your head relaxing, your face softening, your jaw can let go of any holding, and your neck can lengthen and loosen, and your shoulders can feel free to drop an inch or two. With every breath in, you're inviting in healing energy, and on every exhale, you can melt just a little more into your chair or mat or bed. So now that you're in this safe and relaxed place, just let your mind follow along with the meditation. And if you get really off track, like you boarded the thought train, then you can always come back to the sensation of breath in your body, to this light, gentle sensation that's our life force. So slowly and gently, bringing your attention to the physical sensations that are most prominent right now in this moment. Where do you notice these sensations? Are they on the side of the body? Maybe they're on both sides at the same time. And does this prominent sensation move around at all? Or does it tend to stay in one place? You're just noticing. Is it localized? Does it follow any particular pattern? You're just getting curious about what's happening in your body. And when you look at the sensations, we're looking from this new, light, curious way, and not with a preoccupation or a hawk-like eye. And you're not trying to get rid of the sensations or really do anything with them. You're just exploring, seeing what's happening, paying attention to the sensations without fear or judgment, or you're just kind of letting them roll, letting them be. So take another look at whatever sensations you're noticing. And when you put one eye on them, do they tend to intensify or subside? When you examine them, do they expand or contract? Or maybe they stay exactly the same way. Whatever they're doing is just fine. You can just stay and watch them, follow them along, stay with them. Knowing the brain is so powerful. Sometimes it can move and change sensations in the body at will. So you're just noticing what's happening inside your experience. And remember, it's okay for these sensations to be there because they're safe. Your brain is just trying to appraise them, whether or not they're a threat. And when we observe them and relax and breathe with them, our brain can perceive them as safe, that there isn't a threat here, that there's nothing wrong. It's almost like using a highlighter in a textbook. When we bring color to it, sometimes the words just jump out and we pay attention to them. Sometimes with a narrative of catastrophizing or just with intensity. But by looking at these highlighted words with a neutral, curious look, we can let our brains know that what we're seeing and feeling is safe to feel. So we don't need to look at sensations with this intensity or create stories around them or add fear thoughts. We can just sit back and observe what they're doing and maybe what the quality of these sensations are. So right now, just take another look. Maybe you can describe them. Is there a color associated with them in your mind? Are they warm or cold? Is it like pressure or tingling or fluttering? Do they feel like they're on the surface or maybe deep below? Again, when we look at sensations in this way, it's more like we're looking at them with light curiosity and wonder. reporting to our brain that everything is safe. And we can use our breath to keep us in this calm, even place. So breathing in and breathing out. You might even breathe in and concentrate on the sensation, observing what happens when you do that. And on the exhale, letting that go. As we look at sensations in the body, we can imagine ourselves being anywhere. It could be a beautiful beach with a warm breeze on our face, or on a float in a calm lake, or just relaxing and taking in the view. So the more in this chilled out place, the more our muscles can let go of any clenching or guarding or trying to protect you. And we can let go for a few moments and just enjoy the ride. We're safe. We're like a child exploring a cave for the first time, checking it all out, looking at all the nooks and crannies, really familiarizing ourselves with this cave. And in this sense, it's what we're feeling in our body, knowing it's safe, this is a safe activity. We can just let our body relax and watch to see if our sensations move around at all, if they ebb or they flow or they stay the same. What are you noticing as you sit and observe? Sometimes it can be hard to just sit back and observe. It might feel like we're giving up control. And don't forget, there's been lots of fear around the sensations for a long time. But just for the sake of this practice, can we try letting go? Relinquishing control for just a few moments. Just trying to loosen the reins. And at the same time, we're breathing in, we're breathing out, releasing tension. Not doing this with a sense of hypervigilance. It can be exhausting to feel like we have to grip the wheel so tightly all the time. Like we can't turn away for a moment or the other shoe might drop. Like we have to protect ourselves. So just acknowledge this feeling and give yourself permission to break the intensity and just let go. This is a safe activity. You are safe. You're just watching your sensations from a good distance. It's like observing zoo animals from behind a thick fence. So you can relax your body and your mind and just melt into this experience. So let's return to the sensations one final time. Just noting any movement or change, or maybe there's no change at all. remembering that the brain is just giving its opinion on what you're experiencing, trying to interpret it quickly and efficiently, and how you respond gives it the signals it needs to make this interpretation. So in this calm and peaceful place, you're telling your brain that all's good in the hood, that this sensation is safe to observe and feel. So taking a few more breaths in, a few more breaths out. If your mind has wandered, just let it wander. It's safe to go where it wants to, but maybe just keeping a fraction of your attention on the sensation and what you're noticing in this moment. And as this practice comes to a close, keep breathing in and out in a slow, steady rhythm. By doing this, you're deactivating the pain signals and letting your brain know that there is no threat here. You're relating to your sensations in a whole new way. And over time, and with continued practice, your brain will interpret these sensations as non-threatening. So taking one final breath in, and on the exhale, just opening your eyes and coming back to the space around you. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.